I don't know, whatever. Tom Brady's annoying. Anyway,
he keeps winning because that's why he's annoying.
We mentioned it before. Rams, Chargers. They overtake the Chargers 35-23. I'm surprised by the Chargers losing. I honestly thought in a game where both of their top corners get hurt that they might be able to do this. Phil Rivers is still got it, but I thought we could do a little better than that. The Bears 16-14 over the Cardinals. And
what a scare!
Yes, but did anyone really care or watch?
No, not at all. But Rosen came in at the end.
Thank God.
And
we saw the appearance.
Yeah, but Khalil Mack in his first 3 games.
But so did Sam Darnold. Maybe it just takes a week later for Rosen. Who knows? Cowboys, Seahawks. Any big thoughts on that? I'm surprised. I thought the Cowboys might get away with this.
You know what? I just never really get excited for these anymore because obviously I think the Seahawks are a shell of their former selves. Obviously, you can tell me that they still have Russell Wilson. Fine. You can still tell me that they have Pete Carroll. Fine. Whatever. But listen, I'm still not buying the Cowboys. I just don't know what it is about them. They lost another key piece, Sean Lee. That's a big piece of their defense. A captain, a leader of that defense that is kind of barren of talent. Their first round pick, I believe, I forgot his name. Van Der Esch, I think is his name.
I believe it is Van Der Esch.
He plays alongside Sean Lee. This kid's got to step up big time. I like Prescott. I like Elliott. They can only do so much. They really can. I'm just not... I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I just do not like the Cowboys this year.
You're not a Cowboy guy? Listen, I'm not going to make you say that you have to. Listen, I'm trying to be... What's the word? Nice about it, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like there's still something there. I think that their defense is better than people think. You know what I thought about them. Obviously, Sean Lee, a Penn State guy. I love Sean Lee. And that I always forget his name, but that defensive lineman that I really like.
Demarcus Lawrence.
Demarcus Lawrence is real. That dude,
he's a monster.
He gets pressure, and he knows what he's doing.
You remember when they had Demarcus Ware?
I do remember when they had to
spin move where?
What a line.
Wasn't been three years now since he retired?
Yeah.
Jeez, man, it's been that long. Well, listen, that's going to be the sports recap. When we come back, though, everybody. Well, come on. Did I do it, everyone? I did it again. All right, when we come back, we're going to be talking Jets and Giants in depth, my team, the Chiefs, and, of course, the Carolina Panthers. Dan, don't worry. The best. Stop it. Oh, my God.
Super Cam.
You forget the Rams exist?
Yeah, but they don't matter.
Good luck in the NFC, buddy. That's all I'm going to say. There's too much talent in the NFC, although they're all getting hurt right now. You're listening to 90.3 Sports Talk. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be talking Jets, Giants, Chiefs, and Panthers. Coming up next, right here on 90.3 WHPC.
Every sound, every note, including the bass, on this track is played by a monkey.
American Hit Radio, Wednesdays and Fridays at 5 p.m. on the Voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Yeah, let's hear it for America's sweethearts. Right now, at least in New York, the sweethearts are the New York Football Giants.
Yeah.
Thankfully, mercifully, getting their first win of the season. You're listening to WHPC Sports Talk right here on the Voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
That was awesome.
You're welcome. I did not know I could do that with my voice. Anyway, what do we... Stop it. Don't laugh at me.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
Listen, Mr. Giant expert Eric Fischetti, please tell me what happened. How did they do it? What went right? I know you had your monologue about it, but give me an idea. Other than the offensive line, what are they doing offensively that's working now?
They are using Saquon Barkley and not just the run. But the issue that I have with it is that in the first half of this Giants game, they were running the ball all the time, and it was working. In the second half, they went away from the run, and that's where they kind of faltered a little bit. They should have stayed with the game plan. Who knows? Maybe they would have scored 30 points again when it mattered.
Maybe they would have, and my biggest question about it, not even my question, what impressed me the most so far has been the fact that they are finally seeming to use Odell in the right way. I understood what they were trying to do. I really did. I understood. But it just seemed like all these underneath routes weren't working. And now he's getting these breakaways by doing it.
He looks like the old Odell.
He does look like the old Odell. Excuse me, I didn't turn your mic back on because
he looks like the old Odell.
He does. He does look like the old Odell. We have a caller on the line, though. I'm sure it's someone who wants to talk Giants talk. What do we got? Who is it over here?
Hello, Nick. How are you?
Is this Dave from Franklin Square?
Of course it is.
Hey, did somebody give you a Starbucks gift card?
You have no idea, Frank. Excuse me. You have no... Franklin. Dave, you have no idea how amped I am for this week. I'm a Chiefs fan. Patrick Mahomes is the class of the league.
But Andy Reid is your coach.
Which means he knows how to lose, interestingly, in playoff games.
There you go.
What's going on there, Dave?
Even before the season started, I remember saying over and over, as soon as the Giants established any sort of an inside game, and Gorman was hurt the last 2 weeks.
Yes, he was.
And now all of a sudden the Giants have a slashing, running style up the middle. That makes the offensive line's job that much easier. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what opens things up. Is as soon as the defensive linemen, have to respect the fact that they might get run past. They've got a way to beat.
See, now that's the thing that I agree with you there. Listen, as long as you have not even a great offensive line, as long as the offensive line that you have, and in this case, it was Solder, Hernandez, Greco, Omame, and Wheeler, which is not what I expected coming in.
Who did?
Yeah, that's the thing. But it worked. That's the thing. When you don't have Eric Flowers on this offensive line, there's a different feel to that, I'm sure. Because I feel like whenever Eli lines up, he's like, all right, I'm looking for the right side. I'm pretty sure it's coming now. Yep. But that's the thing. You don't see that with Wheeler. Wheeler held J.J. Watt together pretty well. And Omame was actually doing a single-person job instead of working for two people. It was a really good effort by the offensive line.
So you're suggesting that Omame's struggles have been because of the, let's be honest, the turnstile play of Eric Flowers.
Of course. That's why he looks so bad.
I don't think you're wrong at all. I just think there's more to it. I think you're right when you said it takes a cohesive togetherness, a group of five guys, chemistry, and to make it happen.
Not just the offensive line, the tight ends also started blocking too.
My goodness, yeah.
Like think about that. Like the tight ends, they also need a blocking. So
the chips on the edge rushers,
and the running backs also are picking up more blocks for the
Ingram has had, I'm not going to lie, he's had a hard time doing that only because he's more used to being, well, not more used to being, he's used more as a wide receiver
skinny.
threat. He's like Jordan Reed. All right, he's basically a matchup nightmare.
But they still need to get the guys. They still need to chip the edge guys, even though
that's what Ellison's for. Ellison can block and he can catch passes.
Speaking of whom, are we concerned about Evan Ingram? Second quarter, he left the game.
He dodged a major injury.
Yeah,
but it
didn't look good.
It did not look good. But I saw a theme. I'm not gonna blame him, but I just noticed it. Did you notice a bunch of low shots to the legs?
I noticed a lot of shots, but having said that, that's defense. A lot of guys are doing this. This is what's happening with the new rules.
It's because they can't hit high.
No one can hit high, so they're all diving low, and it's on offense and defense that's happening.
Which leads to concussions.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. That's true.
Oh, my goodness. Matter of fact, since we're talking about it, like the rule change, you guys got to hear this. I found this. I was like, man, he's completely right. Did you guys see? This was going to be one of the questions on sports, Wheel of Sports stuff. I wrote it for Trebek before I walked in. And in the hallway, he talked to me about it. And he was like, well, this is just crazy. You know, he had the weird voice he's got. But this is Clay Matthews talking about getting called 3 consecutive weeks for 3 completely acceptable hits on quarterbacks. This is what he had to say about it.
Okay, well, obviously, I don't agree with it again. And of course, like I said last week, the NFL's going to come back, so I put my body on him. But that's a football play. I hit him from the front, got my head across, wrapped up. I've never heard of anybody tackling somebody without any hands. Unfortunately, this league's going in a direction I think a lot of people don't like. I think they're getting soft. And
poor guy.
The only thing hard about this league is the fines that they levy down on guys like me who play the game hard.
Can anybody disagree with that, Dave? Do you disagree with anything he just said?
I cannot disagree with anything. Because as playing football...
Dave, what do you think about what you just heard?
I'm just going to let you know again, I'm 61, so I've seen, the worst of football over the years.
Did you see A Football Life of Lawrence Taylor?
I haven't watched it yet.
I have not watched that.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Again, he would have been done in these days
Oh, yeah. He wouldn't survive. He wouldn't be Lawrence Taylor. He really wouldn't.
I mean, we all have heard those stories before, but to see a lot of it, I mean, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm like excited. Like I feel like I'll be halfway like interested and then like completely disgusted at the same time. This dude was crazy, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, look at what Clay Matthews has been doing. Just think about this. 2 years ago, that's a clean hit. Last year, that's a clean hit. What is going on? It's honestly turning into, I can't watch this. You're right. He got hosed 3 weeks in a row.
He got hosed.
And it's just him.
It's insane. What do you got, Dave?
A quick thought. In the old days, when the penalty wasn't called, the quarterbacks had enough sense to, have the side view mirrors on to get down and out. Now I think maybe the quarterbacks have a sense of independence where, they're going to be protected by the rules, and they'll maybe be hanging on to the ball for that extra, tenth of a second, so the guy can clear downfield.
If you're just joining us, you're listening to Sports Talk on WHPC, 90.3 WHPC, the voice of Nassau Community College. We're talking with Dave from Franklin Square about the Giants right now. I agree with you. I mean, where we are in this game and where we are with with how it's played, it's kind of getting in the way of the viewership. Flags everywhere.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a very disruptive sport, in this disrupted ED at the end.
Gotcha.
I mean, I was with some young people yesterday at a birthday party, and I was predicting which commercials were going to come up. And I was right like 2 out of 3 of the commercials, as far as... But every time they get a break, they throw this stuff in. Why do you think they love fantasy?
Because it makes money. Because
because this way you're glued to the TV at the end of the show.
Which makes money, ratings, money, eyeballs.
And also, like, just think about it this way. Let's say you're a fan, especially last year. Let's say you're a fan of the Cleveland Browns. It makes football watchable. If you see your players on your team that are doing well, it actually makes football fun. It takes away from your fandom. It's true.
And I'm sure
it does.
And an hour after the game ends, the line at Taco Bell is out onto the turnpike.
Until this week, no one was more... You're absolutely right about it. That just registered with me. Until this week, I was glued to Bengals football until A.J. Green got hurt. So I mean, that's... Who people in Cincinnati don't care about the Bengals. So
No.
Panthers won.
Yes, they did. That's all you care about. And we'll get into the game. Dave, thank you so much for the call.
Just one quick one.
Hit me.
Sure.
The Giants just they just got rid of Flowers and they signed a fire hydrant.
Oh, you just scared me.
I thought I was going to have to do a news update. Holy moly.
Oh, my God. Wait, I swear, if we had a camera in here, my face just lit up like it was
You should
New
have seen
Year's
him. He
Eve.
practically jumped out of his chair, Dave.
No, but one quick thing. Eric
Hit me.
was correct about protection.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Guys, I'm telling you, surprise Father's Day cards are no fun.
Thank you.
Oh my god!
Oh my God!
Dave got me good. He got me good. I swear, it felt like I just saw the presents underneath the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
I was
That
so
was
ready
great.
for it. Oh my
You're
God.
ready for it with him, but you're not ready for it. Dave always has those great one-liners, and on top of that, he had you fooled completely because they're never going to give up on this kid.
He
because
had you fooled too. Everyone in this room was looking at me.
They have
you're a big Giants fan, that's why.
a first-round pick invested in. They're not getting rid of him until this contract's over.
I know.
They refuse to bite the bullet. It's time for the Jets. I know it was Thursday. We've talked a lot about it. Liam, what can they do to get better?
My goodness, I blame this loss on a lack of mental toughness and a lack of being able to finish games.
Yeah.
You go into the second half of 14-3, and regardless of Baker Mayfield coming in, he came in, he was exceptional in his first game, his first regular season game for the Cleveland Browns. He was great, but the New York Jets, they had the lead, and you can't blow that to a team that has not won a game in 635 days. You can't.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, especially if you want to improve from last season. We talked about it last week. It's not good, and it's not something as a Jets fan I'm too happy about. But before Baker Mayfield came in, the Jets were excellent. They had Tyrod Taylor on his heels. I believe he was 4 for 14, only 19 throwing yards. That's it. He wasn't good, and right when Baker came in, you saw it. The momentum changed, and
was that
the game
a matter
changed as a result?
Was that a matter of the Jets defense locking down Taylor, or just Taylor being bad?
I think Taylor. I think the Jets defense did a good job. I would say it's a combination of both. I don't think Taylor was on top of his game, but Mayfield came in and he took the bull by the horn and he carried the Browns to victory. You can't take it away from him, but it's a lack of mental toughness. You got to go into the second half with a 14-3 lead, and you got to close that game out. And the Jets didn't. And if that's a sign of things to come, you got to be worried if you're a Jets fan.
Are you worried about Darnold? Because I'm not. I think he's not the issue here. No. It's a terribly built team, which is fine because most of them are young or on their way out. And
they're on the rise.
Right, either on the rise or on their way out. So there's nothing really to worry about. I think Darnold's the real deal.